there is a time for everything, which means there is a time to recognize. Let's read together the first 8 verses of Ecclesiastes 3. There is a time to recognize. What does he say? To everything there is a season, a time to every purpose under the heavens, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get up and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak, finally a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. So what we're reading here, what Solomon is saying here, is not just there is a time for this, and sometimes you don't do that anymore, you do this over here. He's not just saying there's a period of time in which you go to war and a period of time in which you have peace. He's not just saying there's a period of time for dancing and a period of time for mourning. He's saying these things that happen, whether it is dancing time or mourning time, whether it is wartime or peacetime, whether it is hugging time or pushing away time, whatever it is, lifetime or death time, all of those things are done in windows of time, and windows of time are fleeting. Those windows of time are passing away. Those windows of times are not going to last forever. In other words, there is only so much you can do in the time when you're in the rejoicing time. In the time where you're in a moment where this is my time to celebrate. Okay, celebrate. But recognize your celebration is not going to last forever. Circumstances are what they are. Circumstances change. Things are finite. Your time of peace will soon stop and end. And you cannot continue insisting on a time of peace when the time of war has already started. And now that window is before you. You must step through it. But you must step through it with God. And we find ourselves in one of these windows, and we get comfortable in one of these windows of time, and we want to insist on staying in these windows, and then when that time closes, we get very frustrated because we want to be in control. And the whole point of Ecclesiastes is God is over all. You have to do life through God. And if you don't, all these frustrations will continue to mount.